Hi guys, good to see you all. We've got Theodore here and we have a special treat for you guys today. So one of my favorite projects last year, and it was probably one of our most frustrating as well because there was just a lot of little pieces and we kind of ran out of time while we were making it, is what I'm going to be showing you how to make today. So we are going to be making the paper lizards. And I know that we made paper fish too, but for today, I'm just gonna do the lizards because we're gonna keep it simple. I'm gonna show you how to make these feet. I'm gonna show you how to make the eyes. We're gonna cut out some spots. I'm gonna show you how we make this nice arc in the back here and give him that nice tail that he's got. So this is what we are going to be making today. I'm so excited to show this to you guys, and I love that it's a video so you can speed it up and slow it down and rewind it if you want, if you miss a part. So take your time, okay? And pause if you need to. Okay, everyone, so here is what we are going to need. Well, let's take a look first. What do we got? We have 2 different colors of construction paper, right? We need white for our eyes and black for our eyes too. And we're probably gonna need something to stick them together with. So some glue or tape or whatever you have around the house will do. Okay, so I've got here, I made this one yellow with green spots. I'm going to make the one for the video green with yellow spots. So I have green paper for my body. I have yellow paper for my spots. And I have white and black for my eyes. Now you don't have to do black for your eyes. You can do whatever color you want. And if you have some markers or crayons and stuff, you can decorate it too when we're done. So I also have, for sticky stuff, this is really great. I have 2 different kinds of glue. So I have this clear glue right here that I got at the dollar store. It was really cheap, worked really well. And then I have a glue stick, okay? But whatever you guys have will do just fine. I've also got some tape just in case, but I don't think I'm gonna need it. But you know what? Tape is great, and if you're really impatient and you don't wanna wait for it to dry, that's a good way for you to go. All right. Okay, so we're gonna get started. Now, the first thing you wanna do is set aside your smaller paper and your glue and stuff. You're gonna need scissors, okay? And you're gonna take that bigger piece of paper, and I want you to put it vertically in front of you. We call this portrait, right? Okay, so this is landscape, this is portrait, okay? And we're gonna fold this in half, hot dog style, so the long way, all right? And to do that, you're gonna hold it here and just firmly press on the side. Okay, excellent. Now, just to recap, guys, we're not folding it this way. That's hamburger style. We're folding it the long way, hot dog style, like a hot dog. And, you know, depending how you fold, you might put it differently on your table. Now, the next thing you're gonna do is you wanna take this edge right here and you wanna fold it down to that middle crease that we just made right here. So I'm gonna take this edge, so I'm gonna take this corner and just fold it down. When I get there and I got it nice and lined up, I'm gonna hold it with one finger, and I'm gonna use my other hand to just smooth that crease out very nicely, okay? Now I'm gonna do the same on this side over here. I take that corner and fold it down. And smooth that out. There we go. Okay, now I'm going to take this edge here. This is where things get a little confusing. I want to take this edge and fold it down to this crease. Now, those of you that have made paper airplanes, you've probably done this before. But if you haven't made a paper airplane, this is how you do it, okay? Now, I'm gonna hold that right there and fold that down. And I'm gonna do the same on this side. So I wanna pull this full line over and line it up right in the middle with the other one and push down. There we go. Okay, now I'm gonna open it up. Okay, so what I'm gonna do next is kind of what confuses most people. I'm gonna count my creases 1, 2, and on that second crease, this one right here, the one in the middle, I'm going to take my scissors and I'm going to cut that edge off. And the same on the other side, okay? So I cut this one off over here. I want to do the same thing over here. Okay, so I have these two pieces. Now, if I was making a fish, these would be fins, but I'm not, I'm making a lizard. So later on, we're gonna use these pieces to make feet. So we're gonna put those aside. Now, I wanna fold this back over like this. You see that? So that I see the crease here, but I have this nice line here. Now, I'm gonna pick this up, and you see how this flaps like that? I want that part on the bottom. I want to be able to put it on my hand like this and wear it and pinch it on the top right here, okay? Now, up here is where we're going to make the head and the tail. So the first thing that I want to do is I'm going to take my scissors, and you see this corner right here? I'm just going to round this off to make that nose on my lizard look nice and round, okay? So I'm going to take my scissors, and I'm just gonna start cutting in here, and I'm gonna make a nice round nose. Do you see that? Okay, so all I did was round that over. Now, I'm gonna pick it up and decide where I want my head to be. And I want my head to be about that big. So my next step is I'm going to start cutting a line right down to that crease. You can still see that crease there. If you can't, give it a little fold so you can see it, okay? Now the important thing about that crease is that I just barely cut over it. Just a hair. Do you see that? So I cut through the crease, but I didn't go much further on the other side, okay? That's what you're looking for. Now, I'm going to go about, maybe an inch to a ½ inch away, and I'm gonna do the same thing. And I'm gonna stop just past that crease again. And I'm gonna do that all the way down. Okay, and it should get smaller and smaller the further back I get. Well, there's our tail. Now this part, once you got this is the really cool part. We're going to open this up, okay, and it's gonna look like that. It's gonna look kind of weird. Now, we're gonna take these two pieces and we're gonna roll them in on each other and pinch them together like this. And look at that. We have a wonderful lizard tail. Now, what do we need to do to get this to stay? We need glue, right? Okay, so I'm gonna come over here and I'm gonna take some of my glue and I'm just gonna squirt that on here. Oh, apparently my glue's a little stopped up. I guess I'm using a glue stick instead. So I'm gonna put a good amount of glue on here, right? You really want that to stick well. And like I said, if you have tape's great, and it'll help you work a little quicker. So don't be shy with tape. There we go. So I put that on one side, and then I'm gonna roll this back up. And I'm gonna rub it together. So I've got my hand on the inside, one hand on the outside. And I think I am gonna put just a little bit of tape on here maybe. Help this stay. No, I think, okay, well, I'm good. So there's my body, okay? Now, my next step with this guy, oh, it is coming apart. I'm just gonna put a little bit of tape on here. Make sure that it stays. Okay, my next step, guys, is to make the feet. So I'm gonna set my body aside. And you remember those two pieces I had you set aside earlier? You're gonna take these, okay? then just line them up, okay, so that they're like this. And here's what we're gonna do. We're just gonna cut strips. Now, because there's 2 of these together, if we cut 1 strip, we will get 2. So if I cut there, I've got 2. And I'm gonna do that one more time. Then I'm going to line these pieces up. So I would take all 4 and stack them on top of each other. And I'm going to cut a straight line right here to get that jagged edge off, okay? Now, here's the trick. We're gonna fold these, and we're gonna fold them so that they form a foot, all right? Now this is really simple. All I'm gonna do is I'm gonna push this way and under with this hand, and this way and over with this hand, okay? So do you see how that's folding? And once I get it where I want it, I'm just going to bend it against my fingers like this. There we go. And the same on the top. Now, if you want to do them all individually, that's fine. If you want to slow it down, you can take top like this and fold it down. And then flip it over, take the bottom and fold it up so that it looks like a smaller square. And then when it opens up, you have your feet. So these pieces here, we're going to glue to the belly of our lizard. So I'm gonna flip this guy over so I can see his belly. There's the lizard belly. And I'm going to glue these where I think the feet would go. So I can pick it up and check, okay? So I want some in the front, 2 in the front, right? So put some glue on that. And there's 1 foot. Now you could always give your lizard more feet if you want. I guess I've never seen a 6-footed lizard, but you know, it's a strange world we live in. Who knows? And we're up to 3. And 4. So there I go. Now, a lot of times people pick them up, try to stand them up, and the feet don't work that well. It's just that you need to fiddle with them a little bit and make sure that they really fold underneath your lizard. Now check this out, guys. We definitely have a lizard going on here. Our next step with this guy is to give him eyeballs. So I'm gonna go over my white paper here. And what I need from this is 2 circles. So I could trace circles out if I want. Actually, you know, it'd be a really good tool to trace is this glue cap I've got here, or, you know, a small cup or something like that. So I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna fold this in half so that I get 2 symmetrical circles. I'm gonna put my glue cap down and I'm gonna take a pencil and trace it real quick. There we go. And I'm just gonna cut that out. Now I'm gonna hold my paper so that my edges stay together. And you might want to make your eyes different sizes even. That could look pretty cool. Okay, so, and depending on how you want your lizard to look, you can put these close together, further apart, closer to the nose. Okay, that's up to you where you want to put your eyeballs. A little bit of glue on those, or stick them on there. There we
we go. And now I need to do the same thing with some black. So I'm going to do my black really small. I'm not even gonna trace. Just gonna cut out a quick circle here. And I'm gonna stick those inside the white. And I think I'm gonna make him have a silly expression. I'm gonna stick my eyeballs, my pupils in kind of different places. So it looks like he's kind of disoriented, right? All right, now the last part we're gonna do is we're gonna decorate him. So to decorate, guys, you could take some crayons and color. You could take some paper and cut it out. I'm gonna cut out my paper and put spots on it. So I've got this lovely yellow paper here. And you know what I really wanna do? I wanna give him a yellow belly. So I'm gonna take this paper and I'm going to cut a little belly for him here. Because I think that would be funny. And I'm just gonna stick that right there. So he's got a yellow belly. Now I'm going to take this paper here and make him some spots. They don't have to be perfect spots. Just spots. I'm going to stick those all over him. Okay, so there you have it.